Hello friends, welcome back to New Toy Tuesday, the weekly series where I show you a new toy on, you guessed it, Tuesday. This week's new toy is Stickles Glitter Gel with stars in it. It is so cute. It's got a name? Solar Flare. And 2 stencils from Close to My Heart. Now this is how I store my stencils. I do a little sample of it on a piece of cardstock, and I label the cardstock, and then I put them in a 12 by 12 3-ring binder. The first one I want to use is this one. It's so pretty. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love, love, love. I have my little piece of paper. So we're going to use Distress Ink and Speckled Egg and Mermaid Lagoon. First things first, we're going to Speckled Egg. And I'm going to use a little blender brush because this is a kind of a delicate little stencil, so I want to be careful. Ordinarily, I just use my foams, but I will say I'm starting to really like using the brushes over the stencils more so than the foam. It's eating up my foam too, some of these ones that are more detailed. The ones that have really large openings, they're not so difficult, but these more detailed ones, boy oh boy. We're just going to, I'm not going to ink the whole thing with Speckled Egg. I'm just going to do some. And then I'm going to come in and do some with Mermaid Lagoon. And yes, I know these blues are very, very different, but I think I'm going to like it together. Such a pretty little stencil. Okay, and then we will move on to Mermaid Lagoon. Use a slightly larger brush for it. Make sure I overlap my colors a little. Isn't that pretty? And there's even little hearts in here in the design. And then we'll go up to this upper corner. Make sure I get those hearts because they are awesome. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh yes. I want to go in with some Speckled Egg and soften up the paper a little. Maybe I'll use what's left of the Mermaid Lagoon too. What's left on the brush. Let's try it. Not much left on there. And we'll go back to Speckled Egg. Cute, right? Okay, so there's that background. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. Okay, let's put that off to the side. For this other background, I'm going to use fossilized amber oxide. So I want it to be nice and thick. We're using this plaid stencil. Nice, huh? I'm just going to put it right up here in this corner. And we're just going to ink over this whole stencil. Nice soft yellow. I use this piece of paper so I don't get my fingers all inky. Big plans for this. Go back up here at the top a little more. Pretty, pretty. Okay, now, close that up. I'm going to take this Star Glitter Gel and we're going to put it through the stencil using a palette knife. Let's see, it's very thick. Where's my finger thing? And we're just going to put it through the stencil. Just scrape it right along. I'm not putting this on super thick because I don't want it to take a day and a half to dry. This stuff is so much fun to play with. And a little more for this bottom section. All right, almost done. Can't wait to see what this looks like. Having that base of the fossilized amber underneath it, I think is gonna really make the color pop. Okay, I think we're good, all good. A little bit more in that square right there. I don't like the way that looks. Now you could use a popsicle stick, craft stick to put this on if you don't have a palette knife. It's not going to work very well with your fingers because it's very slimy. And it's certainly not going to work well with a brush because the glitter, you know, all your stuff's going to stick in the brush. So you need something more like something firm rather than a brush. Okay. Need to put some press and seal in there. Let's open this up. Peel and reveal. Oh, yeah. Now, when this dries, oops, I'm going to go back over it with the brush and some fossilized amber. So the paper is, I don't want the paper to be stark white. But yeah, look at that. So we'll come back to this probably about an hour. I figure it'll take it about an hour to dry because the ceiling fan is on. The AC is on. So it should not take too long. So I'm going to go wash everything off and then we will come back when this is dry. Our panel with the stickles is dry. Now I'm going to take this with the blending brush and go over it with the fossilized amber to take most of the white away. Just very gently. And I'm not worried about it being even. I want it to look a little worn, maybe textural. There we go. Get some of that stark white out of there. And then I'll just buff it with my cloth. Make sure ink isn't going to rub off on my hands as I'm working. All right. That's pretty. I'm going to cut this down. And this is going to go on a regular A2 size card. Base is 110 pound Nina Solar White. So we're going to cut this down. We're going to mat it on black. And then we will make it a Best Wishes card. So black border. Do this one. So we'll still have a little bit of the white border of the card showing. There we go. And then this one, we're going to cut these out. We've got our scrap of white to stamp on, scrap of black to cut the back part out because I like to layer the banner. Okay, let's get stamping. Best Wishes, right? Yes, that's what we're going to do. Best Wishes. Cute little Hero Arts stamp and cut set. Will you fit on this? Oh, it might. I might not have to use the big block. All right. Come on. Sweet. We're going to use Jet Black Archival, of course. You know, that's my favorite. Let's see here. Best Wishes. Haven't used this one yet. Oh, that's beautiful. You know, I'm going to go ahead and do two and stash one away. That is lovely. And then probably this way to be able to get the die cut. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So then I'm just going to cut these out. And then we will layer them on the card. Okay, these are all cut. I cut 3 of the bigger black one. I'm going to stack them, thicken it up a little bit. And then we'll put our best wishes on. We have a flower to add. It's going to be a really cute card. Okay, I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. Put a little ink on this flower. And then we have 2 layers. So we're going to layer it up a little. Let's see which one. Just pulling old flowers out of the stashola. I'm just going to ink it up a little bit. Same to this one. Used to love these ones that had text printed on them. And I have some too that have maps printed on them. Oh, I used to buy these up like crazy back in the day. Let's get these black banners stuck together. Flip that over. Got my Craft Bond super strong glue stick. Thing is great for this. Oh, is that the wrong way? It made to be the wrong way. Yes, it was the wrong way. Okay. Oh, look at that. I'll add the 3rd layer. Layered up goodness here. I don't know why we didn't think of doing this way back when. I'm glad somebody thought of it now though, because wow. Sometimes it's just that little bit of something that you want. Okay, put my glue stick away. I don't put stuff away right away. I'm real bad about it. I leave a big mess. Alrighty. Now we're going to add our best wishes. And see, I saved one for later. Which one do we like the best? Probably this one. Bear glue. Should I go that way? Or this way? Oh, this way. Look at that, just a sweet little banner. Let's get our panels stuck together. I'm going to use a lot of adhesive on this because it is a little warped. This is nice paper, but it's not, what's the word? It's not really very thick. So it warps pretty easily. I bought it because it said it was 110 pounds. I'm telling you right now, it is not. It feels more like 60, 65 pound paper. I don't know where they got 110 pound. Their measurement scale is off if they think it's 110 pound paper. But it's very smooth. It's really nice to stamp on. I love it. And I bought it, so I'm going to use it. Okay, give that a good rub so it stays really stuck. That's good. And then it'll go this way. Okay. Get our panel on our card. That's going to be cute. Simple card. And using that stencil with the Stickles gel really is the star of the show. So I'm thinking flower out here with our best wishes foam taped. So let's glue the flower down. Use an enamel dot from the Paper Studio for the flower center. Just a nice black one right there. And I'm going to foam dot this guy so it's up a little bit. Or foam tape. I had to buy more foam tape. I was out. I used it up. And another little piece. There we go. Get this little piece off. And right about there. Okay, you know me, no naked insides. What I'm going to do is stencil a little bit of this inside the card. Not a lot. It's not going to be super inky. Turn it this way. Okay. Let's just see what's left on the brush. Yeah, just a little bit. So it's not plain. Okay, so card with the plaid stencil and the Stickles Glitter Gel is done. Now we have this stencil piece, which I just love. Oh, I love it. So we need to cut this one down. Get that positioned nicely. And we need some black. All right, we got a black scrap. We have our dies, waffle flower layering dies. And that's just gonna go that way. And then this, let's find the position that we like. I want that love visible at the very top, I think. And those little hearts. Use a little mint tape to keep it where we want it. Okay, I'm gonna run these through and be back. Here's our layers, lovely layers. Get them on. And this is gonna be a top folding card. I know, I'm branching out. Get this on. Now this piece of paper isn't worked because it was just ink. So it stayed pretty happy. Happy, happy paper. All right, leave this on. Excuse me. All All right, and then we'll get it on the card front. Dun, 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 dun. I have this, look at this little scrap of crochet trim. I'm going to stamp, listen, you guys, this is so cute. This little lawn fawn bunny. And we're going to cut him out. And I think he's going to sit on the crocheted trim. And we're going to put some little hearts. So let's stamp him. I don't know why I've decided it's a boy, but it's a boy. He's just so cute. Just can't take it. And we're going to use Jet Black Archival because that's how I roll. Look it. I mean, how can you not be in love with him? Do 3. And then I brought over Archival watering can too. I thought I would try it and see if we like him in the gray. So I thought about having 3 bunnies on this card. Ooh, sorry for the squeak. Sorry for the squeak. And if not, I will have them for later. See, that watering can is pretty dark. It's almost black. It's a nice, really dark gray. And 3 gray ones, 3 black ones. Now this is a stamp and die set, so it's got the little die to cut out the bunny. I'm going to disappear and cut the bunny out and be back with a pile of bunnies. Oh, look at isn't he precious? Oh, I just love it. So I got to thinking, maybe he needs a little something to ground him. So I think what I'm going to do, so we're going to use this Spellbinders die set. This is Fancy Scalloped Edge Circles. And each one they have edging on the circles. So we're going to cut this out in black. And we're going to layer him on here so he's not just floating in space. Here we go. We have our scallop die. This one's got a little embossed edge on it instead of holes. So let's layer crochet trim onto the scallop circle. I'm going to trim it a little. Trim. Get the messy edge off it. Use a little bear glue. Once it's got the super fine tip on it. Makes it a lot easier to stick things down. Okay. And we'll do it about here. I'll put this, it's going to be center top to bottom, but off to the left a little bit. I think that's the way to go. Put a little bear glue here. Make sure that edge is stuck down. And I guess I'll just use on the back of this too. I found this flower in my stash. I thought that might go well. And I cut 2 bunnies because we're going to do the stacking trick with the bunny to make him a little more substantial. Look at that, stack your bunny. So I have this flower. Yes, okay. Now these white flowers are, I'm not sure if they're Prima or if they were Hobby Lobby brand, maybe even Pebbles, but they're meant to be dyed and colored. So I'm gonna ink this little guy up, and then we're gonna put this shiny one in front of it. So let's see, which way do we need to go here? Let's move our buns out of the way. Bun. Hit it with a little speckled egg. Now I'm actually using oxides for these two cards. I tend to favor regular distress ink, but I really do like the oxide through a stencil. That's pretty pleasant. Okay, I'm gonna add a little Mermaid Lagoon. Okay. Clean up our mess a little so I don't get my white card dirty. If anybody's gonna get their white card dirty, it's gonna be me. Because I am a mess. Just ask my hubby. He likes to remind me all the time. Doesn't feel like that's dry. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna bare glue this flower down. Look, we can make it go with the scallop. We're gonna glue this funky flower down. And even though this flower is pretty shiny and cool, I think it should go through the mail okay. I might, oh, hey, you get back on there. Put a piece of cardstock in front of it just because there is a gem. Pretty hard and crunchy gem on the front, but it's actually not as bulky as it might look. And it's certainly not wanting to stick. That felt on the back is just sucking up the bare glue. Sucking it right up. Okay. Now we'll glue our little bunnies together while that's setting, and I'm just going to use the bare glue. I'm going to get the glue stick out again. Because I'm feeling the lays. Come on. Okay, our little bunny. Let's see, he can go right. Oh, yes! Should color that little heart that he's holding. This marker is nothing special. It's just a cheap Recollections brand marker, which I really don't care for. But I didn't know when I bought them that I wouldn't like them. There we go. Cute little fella. Okay, let's put some foam dots on the back of him. Pop him up a little because he's cute as can be. Put him down on his little legs. Little tushy. Bunny butt. Should get my pokey thing out. It's easier to get these off. I'll do behind its ear. behind his ear, behind his cute little facey face. Yeah, so I think he's gonna sit here, not like that. Oh my heavens. All right, let's get him stuck on. Ugh. This little stamp, I am in love with him. He is the most precious thing. And then how about sending big hugs for the inside? So I'm not putting words on the front because this entire front is covered in I love you. So why would we put words on the front? It doesn't need it. Archival. Jet black, please, and thank you. That looks well inked. Lovely. Yep, I'm not putting any sequins or anything on there. I'm happy. I'm happy, happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. And we have 2 little bunnies to save for later. Plus the gray ones that I didn't even cut out, which I just stuck with the jet black archival. That's just what I love. Okay, look at that. Okay, there's the 2 cards that we made today for New Toy Tuesday. The new toy was, actually a few new toys. 2 stencils from Close to My Heart and Stickles Glitter Gel. I hope you like these cards. I hope you enjoyed watching me fumble around making them. Remember, be excellent to each other and go make something. Bye-bye.